let's talk about the Mavericks with Luka Doncic. So this year, the Dallas Mavericks have done not that much. They've re-signed Tim Hardaway Jr. and Boban, and obviously they still have that core that went 42 and 30 last year. Couldn't beat the Clippers again. What do you think is on the books for the Clippers this year, Liam?
So they added Reggie Bullock in free agency today on a 3-year, $30 million deal. And he's not a big name signing that many people expected Dallas to go out and make, but they used their cap space in re-signing Tim Hardaway and Boban. I actually don't think that's a Boban took up about two.
Yeah.
Anyway, I actually think it's a good move for Dallas. I think you give that core that went 42 and 30. That's a pretty positive record.
Yeah.
Obviously, in the bubble, Luka hit that insane game winner in Game 6, I believe it was. Still wasn't enough. But I think that this team growing together, it's Luka's team now. Everyone knows that. Doncic is just on a whole nother level. He's top 5 player in the league. And he's 21 or something like that, something ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I think, you add Reggie Bullock, who's a bit of a sharpshooter, shoots 41% from 3. So you're kind of adding more weapons. They let go of Josh Richardson. He went to the Celtics. And in return, they got Moses Brown, who, as a Celtics fan, I was actually pretty excited for. However, he now goes to Dallas. He averaged 8.6 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 block in only 21 minutes a game. So Dallas are adding a really good addition into that front court to, Kristaps can now play that stretch 4 properly, I believe.
For sure. And they also added Sterling Brown, who's another defensive wing. So I think the Mavs are taking, I think they watched our video last year. Add 3-and-D guys around Luka. So you obviously have their core. Tim Hardaway was great for them last year. Kristaps. And then you have, Boban and the other boys. So adding some 3-and-D wings, that's all you really need around Luka, honestly. Just do what the Lakers and past LeBron teams have done for LeBron. Surround him with shooters, surround him with defenders. Luka's probably not going to put that much effort into defense, but you're seeing what he's doing on every single stage.
I mean,
Olympics, playoffs.
He's crazy.
He's killing people, man.
And it's just his ability to just select what he wants to do. He has the option to just do whatever. And defenders are scrambling. He pretty much always gets the best shot off, or allows for the best shot to get pulled every play.
He can also just make ridiculous shots on top of that too.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just got every sort of skill set you need as a player.
Yeah, and everything that they could do cap-wise, because obviously they have to save some money. They're probably going to have to give Luka. Have they given him an extension? I don't think they have. They're probably going to have to give him 200 mil 5-year contract. So just like Trae Young got. So
yeah, hopefully it's 1 mil less or something.
Yeah. So Luka is going to be a free agent end of next year.
Yeah. So he's going to get re-signed. He's going to get a huge contract. Probably was waiting for them to. Yeah, no way. Probably waiting to add some pieces before they re-sign him, so they have some cap space. So yeah, I mean the Mavs. I don't know what they're gonna do. It's just all dependent on Luka, really, how much he kind of keeps getting better.
Gladness to the gulag. That's right.
Facts.
I mean, Luka will continue to get better, but I think it's really up to Kristaps as the number 2 man on this team. I think he really needs to figure out exactly what his role is. He openly came out and said after the playoff loss that he felt that he was being a bit misplayed, that he was, only just a 3-point shooter kind of thing, and he feels like he can add more to the team. I think, if Kristaps use him in the post, use him in the mid-range a bit more.
Mate, he can't post up, bro. He as if he thinks that.
But he's a pretty agile dude, I reckon.
I think he only shot 40% from the post.
Yeah, you'd rather him shoot a 3.
Well, that's what I think. Just Kristaps really needs to figure out exactly his role in that team, and that's kind of that'll really get the wheels in motion for Dallas.
Yeah, and it must have just been a big adjustment for him going from. Obviously, he didn't really play that much 2 years ago because of his injury, but you're looking at Kristaps, who was the star in New York, and now he's less than second fiddle at the Mavs.
Luka
number 1. Yeah, exactly. And Kristaps just hasn't been playing up to standard. Hasn't been able to
That's
get into rhythm. So I feel like you're pretty spot on there, Liam. But still, I think the success of the Mavericks is however far Luka can take them in the
Mm.
playoffs. Because Kristaps in the playoffs, garbage. Um,
No doubt.
Everyone else is solid, but yeah, Kristaps is garbage in the playoffs. So
Because
Yeah.
hold that
yeah, I mean we could look at Tim Hardaway Jr. As you mentioned, signed that 4-year, $74 million extension. In the first round against the Clippers, he averaged 17 and shot 40% from three. So if you, as AP likes to say, if you extrapolate that out over a whole season,
Yeah.
you've actually got a pretty solid big three. If you will.
Yeah, I
If
mean,
you
you have
Hardaway
if
is
Kristaps is
consistent,
good, but he's
that
not.
that as well,
for sure.
and
I
more
don't know.
minutes into Boban.
I
as
mean,
well.
look, Kristaps, like, he was getting less rebounds than, like, bloody...
Luka.
Yeah, oh, yeah, and like, a lot of players, half his size that are on the same team. What do you average, like, 4 or
That could just
5?
be the system, though. Like they
Yeah,
want
that's
Luca to get rebounds so that he can fast break and
yeah.
do whatever he wants. So
Mm.
I don't
That's
know.
true.
Kristaps still needs to just make his shots, man. You're 7'8", 7'12", and
That's like
you can't shoot a corner three
Yeah.
consistently. Like no one should be bothering you on that shot on any shot really.
Yeah, I mean, he's taller than KD, and KD
Yeah.
wouldn't be phased.
Yeah, he's legit like 10 feet taller than KD, and he
Yeah.
can't even do what KD does.
Legit, man.
But I mean, Kristaps has developed that crazy 30-foot three that where he can just pull up kind of from.
Yeah, I mean, his shot does look pretty nice. It's just,
Mm.
it's just like, where the hell was that in the playoffs? So, like, you know what I mean? Because he's
I mean,
complaining about being like used for threes when like that's legit
Mm.
all I see him doing anyway, like normally. So like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be not up to Luka, but a bit of a Luka and coaching decision in terms of how they can get that right balance.
Mhm.
That Kristaps still feels respected like as a star player, and that he is also there to play his role to support Luka.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Sure,
mean, he
man.
should be happy. Like, guys are getting played off the court because they can't shoot threes. So, and especially being a big man, especially if you're not a Jokic type guy who's like a crazy passer or an Embiid who can post up consistently.
Mm.
What else are you supposed to do on the court
Yeah. That's right.
offensively? Like, I don't know what Kristaps can't post up. Too skinny.
Yeah.
Can't
He
ball
weighs
handle.
less
Too garb.
than bloody
Than Isaiah
IT,
Thomas.
mate. Yeah.
What are your predictions for the win-loss this year for the Mavs? What are you thinking? What seed?
I reckon I'm going to put Dallas right up there with the Warriors. I reckon that Luka is going to continue to prove that he's a top 5 player in this league. He's going to put the team on his back, and definitely I reckon you can see him really pushing the Mavs up that Western Conference overall standings to around 48 wins.
48. That's
48 wins. Okay.
respectable.
AP, how about you?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe even 50 plus, mate. If pause, because I mean, I don't mind pausing this. Like, me and him share an injury bond, mate. So, yeah. So, anyone who's torn an ACL before, I feel for. I know, like, it's pretty hard to get back into it properly, and I think if he's got the willpower, he can definitely make a larger impact on that team, and I see them potentially winning 50 plus games. Luka's been unstoppable in the Olympics. Hopefully he can like translate some of that skill back into the NBA, even though he was already a freak. You never know.
I agree with AP. I reckon 50 plus wins, and I reckon they're a 3 seed in the Western Conference.
Wow.
The Luke is getting better. They're surrounding him with 3-and-D talent. Like if I'm looking at the other teams, obviously you have the Warriors, but I've already said they're a 4 seed. You have the Clippers, like the people who I think will be above them: the Clippers, Lakers, and that's probably it. Like they're probably the only teams who are like going to consistently beat Luka. Trailblazers have just been garbed. Like, they just can't be consistent for some reason.
Mhm.
So, I mean, they could be in the top three, but I'm still going to bet on Luka here and say that the Mavs are a 3 seed, especially with the new signings. And yeah, comment down below. What do you think the Mavs should do? And if they've done it, if you like what they've done, what do you think their record's going to be this year?